I have no time or other options as of right now. So I'll just have to wing it. But I listened to the testimony the other day, and I've read snippets of it, and there's some things I would like to say. Okay, first of all, something like this would have never occurred 20 years ago. You would have mostly heard from government officials that UFOs are not real, that they don't exist. And anything anybody said otherwise would have been poo pooed and discarded. Now, I've seen numerous UFOs throughout my life. I'm sure some of you have. I've seen the Phoenix Lights in 1997, as a matter of fact, along with my brother and mother. So, what are we to make of this? We got to be really careful here, guys. Okay, we got to be really careful because I'm going to turn this down because I'm sure it's really noisy. We got to be really careful because this might potentially be very good news. It might potentially be very bad news, depending on who's doing what or who is pulling what strings is still unknown at this time. In terms of disclosure, if this is an effort by the disclosure movement, like Dr. Stephen Greer and people like that, then I would say that this is moving in a positive direction. However, unfortunately, I think the chances are that this is some sort of government tactic, subjugation, manipulation, mental mind screwing of some kind. Um, because if this is a government individual under oath, if they're releasing this information right now, people in these positions of authority never do anything out of the kindness of their hearts. They don't love you, guys. If they're releasing this information right now, it's more likely than not that this is for a nefarious purpose. Okay? Like I've debated earlier, possibly they are planting the seed in people's minds for either a fake or a real alien invasion. They're mentally preparing people for something, something big. Okay, this is all possibilities. I, honest to God, don't know. I wish I had an answer. And there's a big ass cockroach right there, by the way. They kind of look like what you think of as aliens, like the Men in Black movie, right? So, nonetheless, this is massive news that's not getting nearly as much attention as it should be getting. An admission that would have been laughed at. Forget I said 20 years ago. This would have been mocked 5 years ago, 3 years ago. I mean, this is absolutely unprecedented. First, we have all these Navy documents come out. We have all these Navy reports and Air Force reports and all these videos that the actual government has released and admitted to not knowing who or what these are, which we all know is BS. They know exactly who they are, I think. But this individual, under oath, put his hand on on the Bible and swore that alien craft were recovered and biological entities. I can actually read to you verbatim what he said. He testifies that the U.S. government possesses multiple alien craft and the remains of their crew, that government contractors have misappropriated money to fund these ongoing programs, that there have been efforts to silence those who come forward that may have even included murder. In addition, Grush said the U.S. was working to reverse engineer alien technology and that people were hurt in the process of attempting to do so. He said he had a list of witnesses, both cooperative and hostile, for future hearings, that could provide additional answers through first-hand accounts. Okay, you say that the government is in possession of potentially non-human spacecraft based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts. Do you believe the government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials? Something I can't discuss in a public setting. Okay. And then he uses this strange word, biologics, right? Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred if you believe we have crashed craft, as stated earlier. Do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft? As I've stated publicly already in my New Nation interview, biologics came with some of those recoveries, yeah. Non-human. And there's a lot more than that. There's a potential danger when Mountains of Truth comes out. Okay, because I think in cycles of history, whenever great apocalypses occur, apocalypses meaning revelations of knowledge or truth, where in just in these past few months, we have just the massive awareness of child trafficking returning after it sort of dissipated from the debacle of the QAnon thing, and people forgot about it, unfortunately, for a while. And simultaneously, we have this one bizarre incident after another with the governments releasing one thing after another. And then the crash in Las Vegas, where the police were called to a sighting of supposed aliens. Aliens, aliens, aliens. This is some kind of programming going on here. If we look at the nefarious side of things, this may potentially be very disastrous, and a preparation and actually possibly even a distraction from catastrophic things that may come our way. Economic collapse, wars, whatever you might think. But let's not all be negative here. I don't want to think that way. This is exciting. In conclusion, this is beautiful and exciting to see such a thing occur, such an admission to be openly discussed now, where it was so ridiculed before. This is a beautiful thing to witness, and I think it implies the expansion of consciousness overall and the acceptance of ideas that would have never been accepted before. And as I said in my community post, further down the line, we're going to have more and more stuff come out, I believe, regarding the nature of reality, regarding how everything actually works as opposed to what we've been lied to about. And this is all related. Don't think that this is this UFO thing, this alien thing. Hey, Angel, this alien thing is just this. And it's a completely separate thing from the nature of reality. They're completely interconnected. This UFO uncovering alien disclosure will boomerang us into the uncovering of real physics, into the revelation of the true mental nature of the omniverse and of reality. And it will all kind of catapult, I believe, and eventually result in, real knowledge of, how this place actually operates and how reality actually operates. Oh, much love to you, Justin Mike, too. Unfortunately, I'm not really going live. I'm just about the end of the video here. Texas Danny is here. But really wanted to make my point, about this extraordinary testimony, guys. I just read you a little bit of verbatim of what was said. And like I said in the beginning of the video, 20 years ago, this would have never happened. I'm on the fence, though. In conclusion, I'm on the fence. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Obviously, I don't trust anything government does, any government in any part of the world. it's all for subjugation and control. But there's a sliver of hope in me that says maybe this is real disclosure. Maybe this is genuine. Maybe this is divine. Okay, let's just put it that way. Angel, glad to see you. So let's see what happens. Okay, but either way, this is exciting and this is interesting. You don't buy it. That's my point, Angel. Is that that's what I said a few minutes ago. It could be a distraction. It could all be BS. Uh, look over here, don't look here, because disaster's coming, and you're going to focus on aliens while the economy gets completely imploded or whatever. Right? I'm just giving an example. Could be, but like I said, I need to have a sliver of hope that there's something genuine going on here. Okay.